In this video, we will be highlighting Cygilant's vulnerability management and patch management services. While it's not required to bundle these two together, it is very common that we will purchase the two since they do provide a valuable integration that we created to tie in the data sets. Since most vulnerabilities can be resolved with the patch, Cygilant believes that it only makes sense to tie in that data from both services from a single pane of glass. So to manage either both services or individually, you would utilize our customer-facing portal called SOCView, which I have logged into here. SOCView offers dashboards that can monitor trends across your network, as well as highlight critical items that you can drill down into further. It also provides you the ability to push out patches to your endpoints through a patch approval process, which is highlighted in a separate video. So starting with the vulnerability management, this can either be implemented by utilizing a Qualys license that we provide, or we do have the capability to sit on top of existing scanners, either Nessus, Rapid7, or Qualys. Whatever implementation you go with, your vulnerability management dashboard, which I have pulled up here, will summarize your scan results into data sets and graphs that help you prioritize what was picked up in different scans and which ones are currently open. This probably seems a lot more user-friendly and intuitive compared to most vulnerability reports that you'll get after scans, which can near 1,000 pages. But clicking into your open vulnerabilities here, this is where you can have a separate dashboard to see which vulnerabilities are currently open on your network, and all columns here are filterable depending on what types you want to focus on, whether that's based on severity that we've assigned, CVSS score, or for instance, which ones have the most amount of patches associated. You can also notice the bucket at the top here, vulnerabilities with patches. This bucket, as well as this column, is tying directly into our patch management service. So this is where you can filter your open vulnerabilities to see which ones can be resolved from the single pane of glass using our patch agents. You also have the option to drill down into a vulnerability itself. This is not required for every single vulnerability that you resolve, but it does provide great detail. Going into the vulnerability details here, you can see information more about what asset was affected, your asset name, asset IP, operating system, and then the tabs provide additional information about the vulnerability. So scan results, when was this vulnerability last scanned, first scanned. Diagnosis will give you a breakdown to show you what is the impact if you were to leave this vulnerability open on your network. Diagnosis will break that down a bit further. Research will give you some links to some third-party articles. You can see we have some access to MITRE links as well as some Microsoft references in this example. And then the most important tab here, remediation, this will tell you how you can actually resolve this vulnerability. So if you decide to integrate our vulnerability service with the patch service, you can drill down directly when this button is highlighted. That will tell you which patches are available through the Avanti backend repository, and you can approve them directly from here. Or if you choose to go with this service alone, or maybe the vulnerability cannot be fixed with the patch, but it does require a reconfiguration, the solution pane here will provide step-by-step instructions to actually resolve the vulnerability as well. At this point, that covers the vulnerability in the patch service. We do have an additional video drilling into the patch service a bit further and going through the patch approval process. But if you would like to learn more about either of our services or our third service, which is security monitoring, feel free to visit our website, and you can also reach out to our sales team and request a